Hello everybody and welcome back to Power Sessions with Natasha. Yes, we are back with another video, a great video, and we are talking about medicine, the science of medicine. Where did it come from? Because today when we look, European scientists and those in the medical profession remain quite arrogant regarding Western medicine. Let's look at the African contribution, and while we do, imagine where we might be if the records of the advancement made by our ancestors had not been destroyed by racist scholars who found a lot of our history and destroyed it. In public education today, our children are taught the Eurocentric view of Hippocrates as being the father of medicine, the lies they tell, the lies they love to tell. Hippocrates was Greek, for those who don't know. He attempted to plagiarize what he learned in the mystery schools. Mystery schools meant Africa during his lifetime. Herodotus felt it necessary to remind the Greeks, he was a fellow Greek, that Hippocrates had obtained his knowledge from where? And this is exactly what Herodotus said. He said, for Hippocrates, ancient medicine was Egyptian medicine. So, were there any medical writings to prove this? Of course there was. There is something called the Edwin Smith Papyrus, named after the dealer who bought it in 1862. I mean, it's shocking. The level of theft and lies is insane. Who names something that they never wrote after themselves? Yes, now it carries his name and he never wrote it. Anyway, this papyrus he bought is the oldest medical writing in existence. It is believed to have been written in the 18th dynasty around 1550 BCE. Many regard this papyrus as a copy of an original document that was created as early as the first dynasty, which would have been around 5200 or as late as 3100 BCE, that early. Let's move on to the people of the Nile. The ancient physicians or priests of the Nile Valley were said to have been instructed in temples, which were called per-ankh. This means house of life. The Edwin Smith Papyrus describes 48 different injuries to the head, face, neck, thorax, and spinal column, and the appropriate surgical methods for treating them, all individually, and how to do it. There are more than 90 anatomical terms referenced and more than 200 terms listed in various Nile Valley medical literatures. This papyrus uses the word brain and neurological relationship between the brain, spinal cord, and nervous system of the body. Of the thousands of medical papyri originally written, less than a dozen, how shocking, have been discovered, and one of them is called the Ebers Papyrus, probably written around 1500 BCE, they say. This Ebers Papyrus explores a very broad range of medical conditions and medical sciences, and it includes chapters on the pulse, the cardiovascular system, dermatology, dentistry, gynecology, ophthalmology, obstetrics, tumors, burns, fractures, intestinal disorders, and many things. There is also considerable evidence that physicians in Kemet practiced circumcision, brain surgery, and were very well extremely versed in gynecology and obstetrics. By 2000 BCE, physicians in Kemet had already created an effective organic chemical contraceptive. This product consisted of acacia spikes, honey, and dates, which were mixed together in a specific ration and inserted in the female nether regions. Modern scientists today have since discovered that acacia spike contains lactic acid, which is a natural chemical spermicide. Egyptians also believed that every disease was caused by what we eat. You are what you eat. They believed whatever food you took into your body and ingested was the source of disease in the body. Egyptian priests regarded the preservation of health as a point of the first importance and indispensably necessary to piety and service to the gods. So, who was the first ever doctor in the world? His name is Imhotep. Imhotep the Wise, the Grand Vizier and court physician to King Zosa. He himself later became a deity and later a universal god medicine whose images grace the first temple of Imhotep, which is mankind's first ever hospital. Europeans were still using bleeding as a method for treating seriously ill patients during the 1600s. As late as during the time of the infamous witch hunts, they still believed that sickness was caused by little demons, apparently the devil minions, and they call us primitive. As we look into the facts about the early so-called primitive Africans that we are in African society, we must come to a conclusion that we as a people have been gravely misinformed and much to our own detriment as a people about our achievement as who we are as people. Imagine how much further medical science could be if all the information had not been destroyed or otherwise hidden from the world. Just imagine it. Though the medical contributions of the early Africans or our ancestors are ignored, their symbol, the caducus, the symbol has been adopted as the universal symbol of medicine, but we are lied to that it's Greek. Look it up. Everywhere you go, that symbol is the symbol of medicine. What was not destroyed was stolen and plagiarized, and it was never reported as stolen. Sigmund Freud is a great example. Sigmund Freud did not discover his theory of psychology without the help from our ancestors and their contributions. His home was a literal museum of African art and artifacts, and the language he used can be traced back to the information on psychology discovered by our people. Psychological terms like id and the ego have African origins. Yes, they came from Africa, and people use those words all the time, not knowing where they originated from. The question is, what's stopping us from once again building true houses of life today? Hospitals that actually cure and heal the sick, because we come from greatness. We come from the fathers of civilization. We are so great. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.